Welcome, I'm LANI, and I'm here to provide you with useful information, tools, and techniques to help you have a better day in every way. And today I want to talk to you about processing emotions. Recent studies provide evidence that trauma and fears can be passed on from generation to generation through our DNA. For example, in a 2013 study, scientists at Emory University trained mice to fear the smell of cherry blossoms by using electric shocks. And those mice reproduced, and their children and grandchildren both exhibited that same fear the very first time they smelled cherry blossoms. More recently, a research team at New York's Mount Sinai revealed that the descendants of Holocaust survivors are predisposed to anxiety disorders like PTSD due to different stress hormone profiles than their peers. This indicates that the trauma Holocaust survivors suffered were passed on to their children through their DNA. However, researchers have made recent breakthroughs, making it possible to rewrite and alter DNA through this genetic editing tool called CRISPR in hopes of treating human diseases. Unfortunately, as a society of people, we don't have the individual capability yet to just alter our DNA with a molecular scalpel. So the best possible way for us to stop our psychological patterns from being passed on to our kids is to properly process our emotions. I mean, even if we choose not to have kids, learning how to process your emotions will benefit you nonetheless. We're taught many practical skills in school, but processing and understanding our emotions isn't one of them. Oftentimes we handle our emotions in one of two ways. We either bury or suppress them so far down deep that we're numb to any experience of them, or we overreact and express our feelings like some temperamental child, and often catch ourselves saying things that we can't take back. Now, while I'm not going to be discussing emotions revolving around traumas or phobias, in this video I will discuss simple action steps to handle and process unwanted everyday emotions. 1. Recognize. Recognize the emotion. Now, that seems like a no-brainer. But if you're someone who bottles your emotions or seeks a quick silver lining, then you aren't giving validation to your feelings of discontent. So instead of sweeping unwanted sensations under the rug, stop, take notice, and acknowledge the feeling. 2. Ruminate. Once you're aware of the emotion, explore it. Discover how you feel and what those feelings are about. Are you angry, sad, annoyed? What's the root cause? And what are the events leading up to the emotion that's gotten you bent out of shape? Do this in an objective way, without placing judgment on yourself or anyone else involved. 3. Reside. Now determine where or how that emotion is presenting itself. Are you physically feeling it, and if so, where? Is your mind flooding with thoughts? Are you creating or replaying a scenario in visual scenes? Allow that emotion to sit in a safe place while you simply observe it. And this leads us to step 4, process. Once you've acknowledged your emotions and how you've been expressing them, it's time to just be with them and or take action. For instance, if your emotions are wrapped up in another person, you might want to have a conversation with them to flush it all out. But if circumstances are beyond your control, then it's time to calmly sit with your emotions and feel them in your body. But how do you feel them and then safely get to the other side of them? Well, you can do this by feeling it in your body just long enough so you can drop through them and discover what emotion lies underneath. You see, like an onion, emotions are very layered, but once you peel back all the negative layers, negative emotions, you'll discover a very calm, neutral space appears at its core. Now, in a previous video, I stated that emotions last only 90 seconds, a video I'll reference in the description below. But there's no timeline as to how long or short to hold on to an emotion. But you might want to ask yourself, is this emotion still serving me? Or is it leading to some unhealthy dysfunction? Now that's for you to decide. And that's my 4-step process for processing emotions. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, please leave me a comment or share it amongst your friends. I hope you tune in next time. Bye.